Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Farrah, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a whole bunch of classics that I hope to get to this year and the next year. We'll put it that way. It's a lot, so I definitely won't get to all of these this year. But I have a few different projects I'm working on. Actually, just one. I don't know why I said a few. But I am working on a project where I want to read the greatest books of all time, and I have a list that I've been working off of. I've only read one so far, and that was Clarissa by Samuel Richardson, and I loved it. And it was amazing, but it was really, really long, so it took me 3 years to read it. So hopefully these books will not take me that long, but I know I read such a variety of things that if I can get even to one per month, that would be wonderful. So first, I'm going to start off with two books that I have started reading already, so I need to pick them back up and finish them. The first one is one I started in December of 2024, and this one I feel a bit emotional about because this was a group read that I was doing hosted by Shawn D, Standfast, who, if you guys didn't know, he passed away unfortunately in the beginning of January, and it's just such an extremely sad loss to the booktube community, and I just wanted to extend my condolences to all of you that were really good friends with him and that knew him and chatted with him every day. I was just getting to know him. I really enjoyed watching his live videos that he used to do with Mark, and all of his Desert Island books shows that he used to do, and his love for silent films, and he just seemed like a really nice guy. And I did get the chance to do one live video with him on Mark's channel where we talked about this book, but I haven't finished it yet, and this is Notre Dame de Paris by Victor Hugo. So unfortunately, when they were doing the group read at the time, I was in a really big reading slump and I didn't get to finish it. But I did get quite a bit of the ways through it and I was enjoying it. So this is one that I would love to finish this year. And I probably will just restart it and read it because I've kind of forgotten what's happened. But yeah, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I really hope to finish this year. There's that one. I also started, but haven't finished, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I didn't get very far with this one, to be honest, but I am really interested in reading this. It just has been on my list for ages, so for sure, would like to finish this one. All right, so those are my two ones I've started I would like to finish. Actually, there's one more, but I'll get to that. So the other project that I'm doing is reading the greatest books of all time, and so these books I would like to get to this year because they are specifically on the list. And in no particular order, we have The Tempest by William Shakespeare. So this I will probably get an audio version and do a combined immersion reading for this. We have Candide by Voltaire. This is pretty short. There's absolutely no excuse for why I haven't read this. And this is actually the next book in the list after Clarissa. So this will be the first one I try to get to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to think of this. I've heard mixed reviews. We also have A Passage to India by E.M. Forster. This was a major motion picture, I believe. And I don't really know much about it, but yeah, it's on the list. We also have Cousin Bette by Henri de Balzac. And I don't really know much about this one either. I think it's a little bit of drama going on, some conflict, some family drama. So yeah, this one I'm looking forward to reading as well. We also have Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. This one's not that long either. It's on the greatest books of all time list, and it is a 1937 classic. I didn't realize that was so old. Okay, yeah. So this one I'm excited to get to. Next we have good old Lord Byron, and there's an epic poem in here that is on the greatest books of all time list, and that is Don Juan. So I know I will not get to all of this in one sitting, but I would like to get to Don Juan in this book. Also Childe Harold's Pilgrimage as well, but Don Juan is the priority to get to. This is such a nice copy. It's like really soft and floppy. I love it. So this is the other one that I have started but haven't finished yet, but it's on the list. So this is Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. And from what I started of this, I've only gotten that way through. I was enjoying it. Yeah, I was enjoying it. I feel like I tried to do this, but I was in a little bit of a slump, so I don't really even, I'll definitely have to restart it because I don't really remember what I read. But I did know that the character of Becky she was a piece of work. So she was amusing. So hopefully I'll enjoy this one. And these ones here are just not on any particular list, but they're just classics that I have wanted to read, so we might as well go through them, right? So first we have another Daphne du Maurier book. This is called Frenchmans Creek. And I mean, look at that cover. Yes, please. This just sounds really good. I don't know. I've loved Daphne du Maurier's writing. I've only read 2 major things by her. I've read Rebecca, and then I've read a collection of her short stories. And Rebecca, I really, really enjoyed. However, I feel like I would have liked Rebecca more if I read it 20 years ago. Just because if you know the story, I mean, if you know the characters and everything, I think I would have enjoyed it more back then. But I still really liked it. I was definitely Team Rebecca for that book. This one just sounded really good. So we've got Frenchman's Creek. We've got a Jane Austen. I really would like to read Sense and Sensibility this year. I do know the story a little bit. I remember seeing the movie. So yeah, I think I'll probably enjoy it. I don't love these versions of the books though, but this is the one I do have. It's the vintage classics one. I would also like to read my first Wilky Collins. This is called The Law and the Lady. It's not too long. I would like to just try to read some of the lesser known works before I get into the more popular ones. So I do have this one picked out. Also, I know a lot of you have read this, but this is Lorna Doone by R.D. Blackmore, and I've heard a lot of wonderful things about this book, so hopefully you can get to this one this year or next. And then we have Eveina by Frances Burney. And I don't really know too much of this book, but when I read the back, it just was right up my alley. It's late 18th century London drama, family dynamics. It just sounded good. I mean, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Clarissa in that time frame, so we'll see. But yeah, hopefully I can get to this one sooner than later. And these are just a few little shorter ones, like honorable mentions, that I really hope I can squeeze in at some point. So we have Sappo's Book of Poetry. This is translated by Mary Bernard, and it's just, fragments of Sappho, known as one of the greatest Greek poets of all time, greatest lyric poet, and it just has little fragments of what they've been able to find. So I don't know how well I do with poetry. I don't know how well I'll do with this in terms of it having an impact on me, but it's definitely something I'm interested in getting to. And these are all books I own, so this will help me get through my Read What You Own challenge. All right, so we also have John Steinbeck of Mice and Men. I read this in high school. I don't remember it, but I generally know the story, and I've only read one John Steinbeck other than that, and that was There Was Once a War. There Once Was a War. Yeah, There Once Was a War, which I really enjoyed. I feel like I read Grapes of Wrath in high school, but I can't remember it, so I definitely need to reread it. But this one's nice and short. I would like to reread this. Then we have another E.M. Forster. This is called A Room with a View. Nice and short. I think I'm going to like this. It seems like a nice summertime read, so maybe I'll pick it up when the weather gets a little warmer. But yeah, this one looks good. And then we've got another reread for me, but it's nice and short. And I would love to reread The Crucible by Arthur Miller. And this, again, I would like to get an audio version to listen to at the same time because it is a play. So yeah, I don't remember loving this though. I read it in high school. We had to do it for an English class, and I think I was like, But I've matured in my literary tastes since then. And then we have Elizabeth Gaskell Cranford. So I haven't read anything by her yet either, but this is nice and short. It might be a nice way to dip into it. Although, look at these pages. Oh my gosh, there's so much text on one page. I don't know. I may just have to get the ebook, and we'll see if I keep this. So those are all the classics that I would love to read this year. Probably won't happen, but they're just some ideas I have. And of course, as usual, I am a mood reader, so I'm sure things will come in and out of that list. But yeah, so let me know. I think a lot of you have read a lot of these, and I'm just so far behind in the classics game. I feel like I really didn't get serious about reading again until I hit my 40s. And so I feel like I've missed a lot of time reading these classic works, but I'm happy to say that I'm here now and I'm trying to catch up. So if you have read any of those, please let me know what your favorites have been. I would love to know. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Take care.